New year, new game. Well, the game isn't exactly new. Back in August of 2023, we submitted this version of Skate King, the game you're currently seeing, into a game jam, the Speed Jam number 2. People liked it, and we liked the core mechanics, so we have been working on making it into a fully realized game. Skate King had to fit the theme of Fuddian, so the aim was to create a game that was similar to the ones like Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy and Jump King. For the people who don't know, Fuddian games are generally unforgiving games with no real checkpoints and unique movement mechanics. Though I wouldn't call Skate King a true Fuddian, especially after adding some of the things we got planned. So at best, it's a Fuddian light. Skate King's movement is physics-based. The player has 3 moves: kick, jump, and dash. You can use these in order to add forces to the player character. That way they can build up enough momentum to clear the various hurdles and obstacles throughout the map. Since the game jam though, there are now new ways to move the character throughout the map. However, reflecting on the prototype, the level design was pretty much just thrown together in a few hours the night before the deadline, and the camera was way too static, so players often had no idea where they were going and just had to take a massive leap of faith. So, in our free time, we have slowly been restructuring the game and taking what we liked and canning what we didn't. Obviously, the main level had to go. Since then, we've been iteratively building up the map, or at least the first region of it. We had a recent playtest that showed us what worked and what we thought worked but didn't, so it's a long process. One thing is that you can't have a skate game without tricks. Obviously, we had to add a trick system. However, unlike games such as Tony Hawk or Ollie Ollie, Skate King isn't necessarily about doing as many tricks as you can to get the most points, but reaching the end as fast as possible. So a traditional trick system might not work. The way I think of our tricks is that anything the player can do is a trick. Kicking to move, that's a trick. Dashing, that's a trick. Grinding on a rail, that's another trick. Bouncing off a bin into a front flip and then landing it, now that's a combo. Pulling off tricks is meant to feel and look good. So, the harder that the trick is, or the more tricks you're able to chain together, the greater the boost you should get for landing those tricks. Meaning that the better the player is, the more tricks they can achieve and the faster finish time they can get. Lastly, just before we finish, we have 2 goals for Skate King. The first one being to release the game. That will be in the form of a free post-jam update on the current itch.io page. And the second one being to get the game done properly, but timely. We don't want to spend more than a few more months on this project, but we don't want to release something we aren't proud of either, and then feel like we need to release another big update to make it better. I will try to make an update video at least every month about what we have done and what we're working towards. But I have a full-time job and I'm only human, so if I miss a month, I won't work myself to pieces. Getting Skate King done to a satisfactory point will require a lot of iteration and small improvements. Currently, we're doing small internal playtests, but I imagine soon we will reach out to get more testers. If you like Skate King, follow our social, link in bio. But regardless, have a great day.